bursting with the flavors of mango in every bite. This eggless mango cake recipe surprisingly calls for very basic and simple ingredients, yet making a soft, light and sturdy cake layers which can also be used as a base for frosted cakes. So here is the recipe for the best eggless mango cake. To make this delicious eggless mango cake, we will of course need some flour. Now I'm using all-purpose flour or maida here, but I know that you can also use whole wheat flour in this recipe. Next up, we would need the leavening agents, which is baking powder and baking soda. To flavor this cake, we will be using cardamom powder. In place of that, you can also use plain old vanilla essence or also pistachio or almond essence, something Indian that would go with the flavor of mango. So any essence you can use. Next comes the salt. For the wet ingredients, we will be using sugar, milk, melted butter. Again, in place of melted butter, you could also use oil here. That's okay. And of course, the star ingredient, which is the mango puree. To make the mango puree, you will be needing 2 to 3 mangoes. Just peel the skin off, deseed them, pulse it in a blender without adding any water. I am using a tinned canned version, that is the Kesri mango pulp that we get ready-made in Indian stores, only because I cannot find mangoes fresh here. Please feel free to use anything that you could find easily, especially at this time of the year. Let us start by preparing the pan. I'm using a cooking spray here, which I feel is the easiest method these days, but you can of course go ahead and butter it all around. Then add in some flour and dust it so that the pan is coated with flour from all around. Also, I'm using a 9 by 5 inches baking pan here. I feel that is the ideal size for making any loaf, bread or cake for that matter. We will also be adding a parchment paper to the base, and let's keep these two aside and start making the actual cake batter. To prepare the cake batter, let us start by sieving all the dry ingredients. This helps to incorporate air into the batter and makes it softer and lighter. So we will be starting with the flour, baking powder, baking soda, cardamom powder and salt. Sift it all together, give it a mix using a spoon and then set it aside. If you are new to our channel and watching one of our videos for the very first time, I would love to have you guys on board. Please do consider subscribing as I post new recipes on baking and desserts every single week. Moving on to the wet ingredients, simply add in the mango puree, milk, melted butter and sugar. Whisk everything until the mixture is homogeneous and combined. You could also turn this into a one bowl mango cake recipe, for which simply onto a bowl start by adding all the wet ingredients, that is the mango, milk, butter and sugar. Whisk it and then sieve all the dry ingredients directly into the bowl itself on top of the wet ingredients. That way you would just need one bowl and your recipe would be done just like that. I think this is by far the most easiest and simplest recipe that I have ever shared on the channel. So you guys definitely should try this out. It turns out so soft, and the best part is this cake stays fresh for 3 days on your own countertop, and trust me, it tastes even better with days passing by when all the flavors mingle and they just taste divine. Now all you have to do is fold your dry ingredients into your wet in 3 separate batches. So add a set of dry flour, mix it, and when you still see some bits of flour left out, that is when you add your second set of flour. So this prevents from overmixing the cake batter. So this and few other tips that I had wished if someone had shared with me when I started baking. So that's why I have compiled all this into a free ebook that you can download it for free from my website spicesandflavors.com. I will leave a link for the same in the description box below and in the comment section for you guys to download. At this stage, if you find that the batter is too thick, especially if you are using whole wheat flour or homemade mango pulp, then you can add additional 2 tablespoons of milk here to adjust the consistency accordingly. So once the cake batter is ready, simply dump it into your prepared cake pan, level the top off and then bake it in a preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius for around 45 to 55 minutes until a skewer inserted in the center comes out clean. Yeah, like always, right? Allow the cake to sit in the pan itself for 5 minutes, then run a knife around the edges. Invert the cake pan, remove the parchment paper and allow the cake to cool completely before slicing it and enjoying it. So I have already mentioned how to store this cake. Apart from that, you can also use this as a base and bake it in a 6 or 8 inch round pan and frost it with some whipped cream, some mango pieces on top or mango compote to make an entire frosted mango cake with this as the base layer. And that's how beautiful our cake looks from within. It's so moist, bursting with the flavors of mango, and it's super soft as well, soft and light. So if you are using whole wheat flour, of course it won't be this light, it would turn a bit dense. And also you can increase the sugar quantity to 1 cup if you are going to use fresh mangoes. Since I have used the canned, that is the tinned version, which already has some sugar added to it, I am using here 3/4 cup of sugar. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this simple, easy and interesting recipe. If you did, then definitely hit that like button, comment below and let me know what mango recipes are you making this season. I am dying to have some mangoes, but unfortunately there's no import or export going on, so maybe I'll have to wait for next year. Anyways, I'll see you soon with yet another recipe. Until then, this is Sushma signing off. Take care. Bye bye.